All right, thank you, Fisayo. The leadership practice at the Lagos House of Assembly is actually unprecedented. It's not the first time a speaker is removed, but this particular one took everybody aback. The fact that on January 13th, 2025, the speaker, Lagos House of Assembly, Mudashiru Obasa, was removed. Actually, he was on vacation outside the country. Then 35 lawmakers came together and then they saying that they needed a change of leadership. After that incident, a lot of drama came up. A lot of drama came up. A lot of um, people even said that there were some who were invited by security personnel to come and explain their role in removing Mudashiru Obasa. And then subsequently, there was invasion of the House of Assembly I think on the 17th of February, when the lawmakers were actually supposed to have sitting. Then some plainclothes security personnel invaded the chamber, and then it took the intervention of some members of staff and security guards to push them out of the chamber for them to have the sitting. But interestingly, the incumbent speaker, who was supposedly the remote speaker, on February 27th, he came to the assembly. He actually showed up at the assembly for the first time since his removal. And then people said he broke into the assembly. Some said he did not break into the assembly. Of course, he clarified it when he met with us. We spoke with him, and he said he did not break into the assembly. He has the right to come to the assembly and take his seat as the assembly member. But interestingly, that same day, he held a plenary with three local lawmakers in the House of Assembly. And then the then Speaker, Miranda, described it as a show of shame for somebody to hold plenary with three lawmakers. And that they have their laws. Their rules says that they must form a quorum for them to sit. To third majority, at least, they must form a quorum to be able to sit. But then he had it, and that actually passed by. So on March 3, the assembly was supposed to convene for sitting. Then we came in and we saw APC stalwarts from Lagos State. They had several meetings with feuding parties. The incumbent, which is who is the Speaker Mudashiru Obasa, and the one that just resigned, Miranda, that's the first female speaker at the Lagos State Assembly. They held several meetings with them, and at the end of the day, they all agreed to go into the chamber and convene a plenary, because the plenary was decided over by Miranda. That was her last one as the Speaker of the House of Assembly. During that period, members of the Assembly were given something like, it was under personal explanation on the other paper. So they were emotional about it, singing praises of Miranda, saying that she gave the kind of leadership that they've never experienced in that House of Assembly and all that. And some even would not hold back their tears. It just gave an indication that perhaps that wasn't intentional. Like they said, party supremacy was what the APC was actually brought to bear.
But
So she resigned her appointment.
All right, in your evaluation, at least his colleagues have been able to tell him they are not particularly happy about how the house has been, administered under his supervision for a while now. So perhaps he himself, has he made any inclination to show that he's going to adjust to the new realities and understand that being a speaker, you are first among equals, not as if in the high-handedness that he was accused of, is now understood that is apart from the issue of party supremacy, he also needs to put his colleagues into consideration.
Well, the oath of office, it has to be administered on New Year's Day. The oath of office speaks volume. Well, if he's going to go by the oath or not, only time will tell. But the second thing we noticed was after he was actually sworn in officially, he presided over the remaining part of the plenary and then called on the majority leader to move a motion for adjournment. And the House was adjourned sine die, that means indefinite. But after the whole process, he came down from his seat and he took handshake from every member of the assembly. Of course, some declined having a handshake with him. That will also give you an impression that perhaps it will take some time for the 35, we call them Group 35, that's 35 lawmakers that were loyal to Mojisola Miranda to heal. And it takes some time. That's why the House had to get adjourned indefinitely. But he has a lot to do, really, to earn the confidence of the members of us, especially these 35 we're talking about. He has to earn their confidence. He has to earn their trust. He has to do things differently from the way he used to do it. If you go by what they read during the impeachment process or the process, they were talking about high-handedness. They're talking about the fact that he was not time conscious. He doesn't keep to time. If they say plenary is supposed to start at 12 noon, the speaker would come around 4 p.m., thereby disorganizing their entire plans for the day. He spoke about financial misappropriation and all that. So he has to go back to those things that the lawmakers actually read that made them take that move that they had January 13, 2025.
All right, Musa Toyle, I hope you'll be keeping an eye on everything happening in the Lagos State House of Assembly. Some are saying that not all the members are still, in agreement with this new direction as advised by the party hierarchy. But we'll see how that, all that unfolds later on. Of course, much of this, of course, there are some intrigues as well behind the scene that perhaps will be made known as things begin to evolve. Musa Toyle is